afternoon. Our guest is Sarah McLachlan. Ready for your surprise?
I think so.
You think so? Can we get a camera in the audience? Do you know who this person is in our audience right in front of you?
Hi, Ruby. It's my Aunt Ruby.
Aunt Ruby. You told me that you had an unusual story about your very first meeting with Sarah, and she was only 4 years old.
She was in her ukulele stage then, just playing. And our family had gone to Halifax for our first visit cross country. We camped all the way across. It was horrendous and a lot of fun. But we met Sarah, and my girls were 16 and 14, and my son was 12.
And I thought they were the coolest thing in the world.
They were the coolest things in the world to Sarah. And she
were they?
They had the wide legs. I thought they were just...
They were great. And so we were up at their lake property, and Sarah was so in awe of the girls especially, and she picked this lovely bouquet of goldenrod. And my oldest daughter, Kim, was highly allergic, which I suffered terribly afterwards, but she was so sweet then, and she just gave these bouquet, and they just held it, and then pretty soon everybody's sniffing and stopping.
I know exactly what that's like. I picked a bunch of goldenrod, and I ended up going to the emergency room because I couldn't breathe. I had no idea, so I sympathize with you.
Nasty stuff.
You have a lot of family in this area, right?
A whole lot, yeah. On my dad's side and some of my mom's too.
In fact, they taking care of your animals? You bring your pets with you?
Actually, that's my husband's cousins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because there's he has lots of family here as well. So.
He's in the background. He doesn't want to take... Can we take a shot at him? Is that okay?
He's shy.
He's in the background. He wants to take a shot.
You describe him as your soulmate, like you really found your other half.
Absolutely. Yeah.
In what way?
Incredibly blessed. In every way. I mean, we connect on so many levels. We get along so amazingly well. We complete each other's sentences. We agree on everything. It's frightening.
Were you a little afraid at the beginning, too, because he was in the band, and he was drumming in the band, and that can be a little risque.
Yeah, mind you, I've never really followed those rules, but...
He's shaking his head in the corner. You can't see him, but he's shaking his head.
He wasn't the first
band member of this band. But we won't even go there.
I won't go there. Now, so yes, it was quite difficult because I was with somebody else in the band, and that had long since not worked out, and so it was quite tumultuous there for a while. But
is that person still in the band?
No. Oh. But we're good friends, and that it probably it made the most sense. It kind of should have happened probably before that, but.
You said you needed to go back to Vancouver, back to home, and with Ash just to get grounded again. And I mean really grounded, didn't you?
Yeah, just to have some sort of normal life. I mean, life on the road is so inconsistent and nothing is changing constantly, and just needed some roots, yeah, to get my hands in some dirt. I gardened a lot.
Vegetables and all that kind of stuff.
Vegetables, although they kind of didn't work out very well.
I gotta ask.
I have the green thumb yet.
I gotta ask you about Little Fair.
Yeah.
First of all, big question. Will it continue?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why did it take a woman to realize that more than one woman could perform at a concert and we'd all go?
Well, unfortunately, for the longest time, there's been a lot of these weird double standards that have applied in the music industry. You can't play two women back-to-back on the radio. You don't want to put two women on the same bill together live. Promoters wouldn't touch it. Radio stations didn't want to do it. And the world, our world was changing, and theirs kind of wasn't. They were sort of holding on to this. It's like taking a risk in any business situation. They're afraid to do it. And I've always, I almost always have women opening up for me, and especially like when Paula Cole opened up for me a couple of years ago, we had a lot of promoters saying, you can't have two women on the same bill. It's like, excuse me? Why not? Oh, people will come. It's like, yeah. No, I don't think so. And so, of course, we did it, and all the shows sold out, and it was a big success. And, I don't want to make it out to be so that it's just a reactionary thing, There's for so many reasons, but definitely I'm very, very happy that this proves to the industry that women have that power on so many levels, and that the public is willing and happy to hear that music. And I think ultimately music has no gender. I think people, I don't know, when I listen to a song, I don't immediately think that's a man or a woman singing it. If it makes me feel something, that's the initial reaction. That's the important reaction. You know, so this is just trying to break down some of those barriers. And you know, we get it and the audience gets it. And that's,
So does that mean that men will start to become a part of Lilith Fair?
well, men already are a big part of Lilith Fair. I mean, Lilith, the actual partnership is myself, my 2 managers, and my agent, all 3 of which are men. And there's a lot of men in the crew, a lot of the men in the bands, and it's a wonderful thing for all of us women in the industry to sort of get together and create a sense of community and to get together and hang out and play together.
And to get together and sing. And we want to hear more singing.
Yeah, we'll hear more singing with Sarah McLachlan when we come back in a moment. Stick around.